What caused Osgiliath's tragic fall in Gondor's history? Imagine a city once shining brightly on the banks of the Anduin River, serving as a vital hub for Gondor. That city was Osgiliath, a place of great importance and beauty. Its strategic location made it the first line of defense and a key crossing point over the river. Over time, however, it faced many challenges that led to its downfall. The main cause was the relentless pressure from Sauron's armies during the War of the Ring. When Sauron's forces arrived in the year 3017 of the Third Age, they brought with them armies of Easterlings and Haradrim warriors. These forces launched a fierce attack on Osgiliath, aiming to seize control of the city and the river crossing. The battle was brutal, and the city was heavily damaged. The eastern part of Osgiliath was taken by Sauron's armies, but the defenders managed to destroy the great bridge that connected the two halves of the city. This act of bravery slowed down the enemy's advance and kept the western part of Osgiliath in Gondor's hands for a time. Despite this, the city's defenses were stretched thin. Over the next 2 years, Gondor held onto the western side, but the city was no longer the thriving metropolis it once was. Then came the year 3019 of the Third Age, a turning point. Steward Denethor made a bold but risky decision. He sent his son Boromir and a small force to defend Osgiliath, believing it was their last hope. Sauron, cunning as ever, had secretly built barges on the eastern side of the city. When Boromir's forces arrived, the enemy forces used these barges to cross the river unseen. The overwhelming numbers of Sauron's armies flooded into Osgiliath, and the city fell completely. The fall was not because the defenders lacked courage but because Sauron's armies had superior numbers and clever tactics. They had prepared their crossing in secret, catching Gondor off guard. The loss of Osgiliath was a major blow because it opened the way for Sauron's armies to march directly toward Minas Tirith. This event marked a dark chapter in Gondor's history, leading to the Great Sea of Gondor and the eventual threat to the entire realm. The tragedy of Osgiliath shows how a mix of military strategy, cunning enemies, and tough decisions can turn the tide of history. It was a city of hope that fell because of the dark forces working behind the scenes and the desperate choices made in the heat of battle.